USA, we are ready to roll. Extraordinary moments. We welcome you back to the NBA on NBC. Come on! A lot of stars for you on Sunday Night Football.
Back-to-back weeks, you're playing 2 MVPs.
I'll probably have these guys on my fantasy team at some point, years back. But, it's, trying to beat them. That's the goal.
Show me what you got.
Captain Crunch Time. Caleb does it again. What time is it?
10. Time for New England to get stumped.
It starts with Bryce, and it's one of the sweetest sounds this city has heard from Panther football.
Football night in America meets showtime.
What's up, Maria? I'm back home with my new favorite Patriot quarterback.
Show me what you got, Maria.
It's my girl, Maria Tim.
I love it. 2 of my favorite worlds just colliding. We've got hoops. Carmelo Anthony's from Baltimore, so he doesn't want to see Drake Maye and the AFC East leaders and the Patriots balling out against the Ravens, but they're looking to clinch a playoff spot. Meanwhile, Lamar Jackson, the Ravens, it's their final time at home this season, so he's trying to keep all the fans warm with some great play. And guess what? They're still in control of their path to the playoffs with just 3 games to go. All right, let's get you caught up on the action happening now. The Steelers looking to run away with this one in Detroit.
Yeah, Steelers rolled into Detroit, running the football, playing good defense, stealing football. Jalen Warren off to the races. Steelers in control.
Meanwhile, Trevor Lawrence in control against Denver and putting on a clinic against this defense.
They have all the answers so far against one of the best defenses in football, the Denver Broncos. Trevor Lawrence stays hot. Travis Etienne, touchdown. This was on the heels of a big pass before this, 34-20 late in the 4th right now.
Meanwhile, Jason, it's been a little bit of a struggle for the Houston Texans against the Raiders.
Yeah, surprisingly close game, but Houston turning it on right now. CJ finding Dalton Schultz in the corner for a touch.
All right, we'll keep an eye on all of those games, but welcome your eyes back into the studio. Maria Taylor now joined by Devin McCourty and Jason Garrett. And guess what? Earlier today, we saw the Panthers stunning the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And guess what? Inching one step closer to winning the NFC South because of the play of that guy right there and Bryce Young. A lot of clutch plays down the stretch. What impressed you most about the Panthers?
Yeah, before we used to say they have to run the football. They have to take the pressure off. Bryce has said, don't worry about that. They couldn't run the ball today, really. But Bryce Young, big play after big play. And what I love is he's moving around, making plays with his legs. Then he's seeing matchups and he's saying, hey, I like Corker out there. I'm throwing him this deep ball no matter where it is in the game. Love his confidence playing big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, every week we seem to talk about the moxie of the great Baker Mayfield. This week, the moxie was that guy right there, Bryce Young. In all the big moments, evenly matched teams, evenly matched games. Bryce Young was the guy who made the big plays down the stretch.
And guess what? We get to see this game again in Week 18, so we'll see who comes out on top. All right, I see Santa over your shoulder over there. The Bills weren't giving any gifts to the Browns, but it was a close one and could have been a trap game coming off of their big comeback victory against the Patriots.
Yeah, the huge win last week against New England, potential trap game for them. It was close throughout, but in the big moments, again, the Bills came through. And if you're a Bills fan, you got to feel good. 3 weeks in a row, it hasn't been the Josh Allen show that's won the game for them. Defense is stepping up, and that guy right there, James Cook, he is something else.
Yeah, if you're a Bills fan, get used to these ugly wins, maybe. Yeah. They're going to play defense. They might give up some running yards. Then they're going to run the ball. You're going to see that clock tick and tick, and there's going to be 1 or 2 possessions left. You got Josh Allen. Feel good about that.
Yeah, you got James Cook, too, like you mentioned. All right, his 9th game rushing for at least 100 yards. We'll get into the highlights of these earlier games a little bit later. For now, let's go over to Chris Sims to get his quarterback Week 16 headliner, starting with Justin Herbert putting on a clinic.
Yeah, a clinic. This guy's good, right? He has been playing phenomenal football, and today they beat the Dallas Cowboys because of his right arm and these throws like you see here. On the money, down the field, aggressive throws, 23 of 29, 300 yards, stepping up in the pocket, the most pressured quarterback in football, the most hit quarterback in football, and this is the stuff that's made his game go to the next level. Scrambling, willing his team to win in moments where the offense doesn't deliver. Good job, Justin Herbert. You the man. Big victory for them. Yes, he can. People were worried about Cam Ward. Oh, no, is he living up to the billing of the #1 pick? Yes, he's got all the talent. He needs some help, and he's settling in now, making good decisions, not taking bad sacks. He's got a gifted arm, and you see here, buying time, backyard football, boom, maybe the throw of the day. Good for you, Cam Ward. The future looks good with the Tennessee Titans. But, man, what about Justin Herbert? I mean, is he unreal right now? Right?
You said it. Willing his team.
Yes.
Yeah, and remember playing with that broken left hand. All right, guys, I want to get you to an alert. I love this because I don't know if you guys have actually seen it or not, but with the game still going between Houston and the Raiders, and Don't look now, Houston. But the Raiders are trying to keep this a tough one.
The Raiders, Action Jetty had a big play in the pass game. You see here, up in the middle, mosh pit of people, breaking tackles. You don't see anybody do this to the Houston
that's
Texans
the best defense in football right there.
Okay.
Wow, the Texans are sleeping.
Yes, okay, we got a 3-point game right now in Houston. And we also got our guys hanging outside M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Jack, Tony, and Rodney, good evening. How are the vibes out there?
Good evening to you, Maria. Let's talk about the Patriots. They are contenders once again in the AFC, Coach, but they just had that 10-game win streak snapped by Buffalo. How do you view this Week 16 matchup tonight?
Well, I really think this is a measuring stick game. The Patriots are talented. They're aggressive. They're focused. They're well coached, but they haven't played on this big stage. They haven't beating a team in this type of environment. I want to see what they're made of tonight, Rod.
Well, they beat Buffalo, just to let you know.
Early on.
I believe in his locker room. They're full of veteran players, and he's just talking to a lot of players out there. They said they will not allow one game to define who they are.
Rod, they've played 3 teams with the winning record. They're 1-2 in those games. The easiest schedule in the NFL. What do you make of that argument against them?
Well, I'll say first, why are you such a hater, Jack? And then secondly, they won 4 games last year. They come back, they win 10 in a row this year. The only other team could say that is the Denver Broncos. So it takes a lot of things to go right to win 10 straight games.
No question about it, but this is a big moment for them, playoff ramifications, and we'll see how they play tonight. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing.
And they are the only undefeated
I believe.
team on the
Coach
road.
does not believe in the Patriots.
Back into Maria.
Appreciate it, Jack. Speaking of playoff ramifications, we've got the Lions trying to keep their playoff hopes alive, and this play certainly helps.
4th and 2, you know Dan Campbell's going for it. Little pick crosser play there. Khalif Raymond outruns them 22-17. Haven't been a lot of big plays by the Lions offense. This was one of them.
His first touchdown reception of the season. We've got more on Football Night in America. All right, let's check out our Football Night fits here, Devin, and see what we're working with going into today. Oh, I love it.
This one of the best dressed men in the NFL. Stephon Diggs, chains, chinchilla.
Ooh, chains and chinchilla is cold.
Oh, Calvino, this is an old man look. Throwing the pea coat, clean black underneath.
Come on, Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry, one of the top 2, because these clothes sometimes look like they can fit me, but be careful. That's the king right there.
This is the king.
Hey, this is just paying respect right there. Hey,
wait, who is Mr. Grinch?
Get in the season. I just like this. Go steal something tonight.
All right, well, let's get back to the games that are happening now. Grinch is going to open this present for us, Chris. And what we've seen so far, we have the game going on with Atlanta. They're going to get the victory, it looks like, in Arizona. But let's talk now about the Steelers.
No doubt. The Steelers, the offense has been on fire. The run game, the 2 running backs. Jalen Warren over 100 yards. Kenneth Gainwell has been the #1 target in the pass game. Detroit's Lions defense not good today at all. Aaron Rodgers and company moving the ball up and down the field. This right here, they're in trouble. Yeah, Denver's about to lose. 34-20. Here we are, 4th and 11. Got to make some magic happen. Incomplete. Jacksonville's got the ball. They've got a first down. It's about over. We're real close here.
Ooh, it could be 11 wins for the Jags on the season. They get this win on the road against Denver. All right, the Chiefs, remember, they're not playing with Patrick Mahomes with the ACL tear, and Andy Reid is coaching for the first time when his team has already been eliminated from playoff contention. Cam Ward taking advantage.
Yeah, disappointing day for Kansas City. Right there finding DK. Cam Ward was unbelievable. Some great throws all throughout the day. Tennessee dominated.
Okay, so Patrick's backup, Gardner Minshew, goes out in this game. So we're on to the 3rd-string quarterback here, and Chris Aladokin. And ultimately, it's a loss, and the Titans get their first home win in 413 days. A tough day, again, for Chiefs fans. All right, Tua Tagovailoa, he was benched this week, named emergency 3rd-string quarterback. So Quinn Ewers, the 7th-round rookie, getting the start.
Yeah, not real good for Quinn, the former Texas Longhorn. Down the middle, ball bounces in the air. Barrett Carter takes it away.
And he takes it and takes it and takes it. 2 interceptions on the day for Quinn Ewers. And then to the 3rd quarter, which we're just going to rename the Chase Brown Show.
It really was a show by Chase Brown. As a receiver, they could not tackle him in space, find in the end zone. As a runner, just give the guy the ball one more time. Let's throw it to him one more time. He had 3 touchdowns in the 3rd quarter. He was dominant. Mike McDaniel not real happy.
Yeah, despondent and dominant. Those are 2 very different emotions that they're experiencing. Meanwhile, the big stat coming from this, Miami and Quinn Ewers lost. That means that Chris Sims remains the last Texas QB to win their first NFL start. Congratulations, Chris. That's the first and last time we will ever put you
My legacy's protected.
into any type of graphic. Let's welcome in Mike Florio. Obviously, Tua Tagovailoa was benched this week. Let's talk about his future for the rest of the season and then moving forward with the Dolphins.
Well, Maria, highly unlikely he'll play again this year for the Dolphins. Highly likely the Dolphins will move on after 2025. Now, they owe him $54 million next year, fully guaranteed. It's going to be difficult to trade him. The end result could be he gets released, he goes somewhere else. He could play for as little as the league minimum, about $1.3 million, and the Dolphins would have to pay the rest of that money. And the other quarterback today, Joe Burrow, there's been a lot of talk from him lately about not being happy playing football. There's been speculation he may want to eventually leave Cincinnati. I'm told he will not be trying to initiate any type of a trade in the offseason. Doesn't mean the Dolphins won't get phone calls, but Burrow won't be the one who's asking out of the Bengals.
All right, we'll stay locked into Pro Football Talk for all of the latest on all the calls being placed about quarterbacks around the league. All right, Drake Maye. Listen, he sat down with Devin McCourty this week. We're going to get you their conversation a little bit later in the show, but he also got married, and guess what? It happened this past summer. His longtime girlfriend, Ann Michael May, she's another emerging talent in New England. Take a look.
I'm going to do a thing for December called Bakemas. Happy day 6 of Bakemas. Today we are making dark chocolate peppermint bark.
Your wife, she's gone viral. How did it happen?
In the last couple of weeks, it's taken off.
Today we are making Christmas pinwheel cookies. Cheers.
My wife baked some cookies. If y'all want some cookies.
Yeah, we love it.
Let America know. What's your favorite item?
Ooh, cinnamon sugar cookies with icing on top. The guys, and me especially, enjoy it.
Come on, guys, earn your Sunday.
This is Football Night in America.
We gotta earn it every week.
Earn your Sunday with Lowe's.
I earned my Sunday. Did you?
I grew up in Baltimore, and I love Ravens football. The Super Bowl, playoff wins, superstars. Woo! What's not to like? From a town that appreciates the tougher side of things, the Ravens deliver. Now we got the Patriots, supposedly on their way to the playoffs. Led by this dude from a basketball family. Please. Get ready for some in-your-face ball, Drake. This is Baltimore. The Ravens are a nightmare. Your dream season is about to get Henry.
The king is here. Touchdown.
Lamar.
What a play by Lamar Jackson.
And I don't even know what to call this.
This house is on fire.
This Baltimore, my city, my team. Patriots, Ravens on Sunday night.
Oh, yeah. A Baltimore phenom to a rising pass catcher in Zay Flowers leading the Ravens in receivings right now. And Mello, beware. That basketball family produced a football star in Drake Maye. And earlier, Rodney caught up with one of May's go-to wide receivers and Mac Hollins.
The last month of the season, you've been Drake Maye's favorite target. What's been the key to your guys' chemistry?
I think that's just continue to work with him as much as I can, and anybody in our team, I think it could be the favorite target. I think I'm just the one that's been fortunate this last month, but just continue to work with him in practice. As you know, that stuff builds chemistry for games. It's after practice, before practice, even OTAs all the way back then. So continue to do that and continue to catch the ball when it comes my way.
What's impressed you most about Drake Maye?
I think just his ability to grow and learn and never be too comfortable or too high on himself. He's always, hey, how can I get better? How can I learn better? How can I help each individual guy in their individual way? And then being able to see that confidence grow.
What did you guys learn as a team last week that you can bring into tonight's game?
That this game of NFL football is 4 quarters, not 2 quarters, not 3.5 quarters. You got to win for 4 quarters. And we weren't able to do that last week, and hopefully we'll do that this week.
And I got to ask you, man, are you cold? Are your feet cold? What's going on with that?
It's a mindset. It's a mindset. It's not cold. It's part of who I am.
Well, I got to admit, you got me into grounding. My body starts to feel a lot better. I appreciate you, big guy.
Oh, love it. And Ron, I'm glad that you're grounded now as well.
Yeah, but you have shoes on.
He does have shoes on.
I'm not as tough as him.
Good point. His quarterback, though, has had this sophomore year explosion in Drake Maye. How's he become one of the best in football?
Well, Coach, I think finally they got some talent around him, and he does a great job of spreading the ball around, and I absolutely love his demeanor when he's in the pocket. He's calm, he's not too high, and he's not too low, Coach.
Yeah, he's a very talented young man. Smart, athletic, he's accurate, and the players tell me they just believe in him because he doesn't get too high, he doesn't get too low. Everything's just cool and calm for him.
And, Coach, how about Coach Vrabel bringing back the offensive coordinator that worked with Tom Brady and Josh McDaniels? How have you seen his influence?
Well, Josh McDaniels, I coached against him for a long time. He is preparation personified, right. Rodney. He gets them in the right plays. He utilizes his talent, and he's going to have them prepared for everything that Baltimore shows them tonight.
Yeah, one thing he needs to do is utilize Travion Henderson a lot more. He's earned the right to get more reps. He's playing with a lot of confidence, and he's the Patriots version of Jahmyr Gibbs. He's their version, Jahmyr Gibbs version.
Drake Maye, second right now in the MVP voting. This is one of those nights with the world watching if he's going to catch Matthew Stafford. Let's see it tonight.
I believe, Drake.
All right, appreciate it, guys. We got a one-score game in the Motor City right now, Chris.
Yes, we do. Detroit, 2 big passes to Jamison Williams and 2 short passes to Jahmyr Gibbs. They punch it in for the touchdown, 29-24. But the Steelers are driving right now, and they're in field goal range already.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, the Jacksonville Jaguars, they did get their 6th straight win, that one coming against the Broncos. Just so you know, though, Denver still controls their path to the 1 seed in the AFC. They just need 2 more wins. The Grinch made it to the camera. You're not stealing our gear. Get out of here, Grinch.
Football Night in America is brought to you by Lowe's. Tackle your to-do list early to earn your Sunday.
Okay, that 09 wildcard game was the first of 4 playoff meetings in 6 years between the Ravens and Patriots. Devin, you might know
that was a
about
good one. 2011 AFC Championship. That was a good one.
That was the good one.
This is not a good one, Maria.
This is a bad one? Wait, Devin, is that you?
That's not Antoine, we're friends now. Antoine shouldn't be your friend after that.
He said you were too small.
This is another good one, Maria.
Oh, you like this one?
Yeah. That season ended pretty well for the Patriots, if I remember correctly.
I remember. That was the illegal formations and all that stuff.
Oh, when people were crying because we were smarter than them. Ooh, give me that. Give me that.
Play. Got the feet down.
Way to find my highlights.
Yeah, you like that? All right, Matthew, I don't know if you do, but it's time for tonight's DraftKings Sportsbook 3-play. Matthew, who you rolling with?
All right, it has been a great year for New England, but one area they've struggled recently in Maria is defending the run. They could use Devin coming up out of the secondary. Listen, the Patriots are giving up over 130 rushing yards a game, so expect the Ravens to lean on the run here and for Derrick Henry to get at least 70 rushing yards tonight. Speaking of Henry, there's only one player, literally only one player in the NFL that has more rush attempts than Derrick Henry inside the goal line. So give me an anytime touchdown for the King. And finally, Drake Maye's in the MVP conversation because of what he can do with his arm and his legs. So I say Maye has at least 270 combined passing and rushing yards tonight, which, by the way, is a number he's hit in 9 of his last 10 games. And that is my DraftKings 3-play for tonight, Maria.
All right, great stuff, Matthew. We started the day with a tie in the NFC South in the showdown between the Buccaneers and the Panthers. Baker Mayfield 5-0 against the Panthers, and with the Bucs down 3, let's start with Mayfield.
Yeah, down 3, this is what you go to right here down to the goal line. Mike Evans, he's 6'5", he's athletic, and he gives you the uppercut for the touchdown.
Okay, but this happens right before halftime. Bryce Young hanging in there.
Well, we're seeing Bryce Young start to make some plays down the field, whether it's Tetarill McMillan like you see here. Boom, hits it out of the park, gives him some momentum going into the half.
McMillan leading all rookies this year in receiving yards, and then Baker's going to use his legs a lot in this game.
Yes, it was not a big play game in the pass game for Baker Mayfield and company, but this here, using his legs, a few runs by the running backs here and there. Ugly offensive game, but they find a way to drive this one here, and Sean Tucker gets it in the end zone, and the Bucs regain the lead in the third quarter.
Yep, that 1-yard touchdown is good, and then this is a big-time play by Bryce.
This is what he used to do to your Georgia team, right? He'd make people miss and make plays, backyard, boom, touchdown.
Showtime.
Really nice, and I like that right there. Bryce Young's starting to show he can carry the offense in certain moments.
Yeah, that was to Jatavian Sanders, and then the third down here, Young getting it to Jalen Coker.
Are we not seeing this weekly right now, guys? I mean, Jalen Coker one-on-one. Bryce Young loves to throw it to him. We know this is not a great Buccaneers defense. Bryce Young made the plays when he had to today.
Panthers would kick a field goal to go up 3. We got less than a minute to go here. Mayfield looking to make something happen.
Yeah, we're going mean, is this going to be the clutch comeback drive we saw Baker Mayfield all do in the early season, right? We just saw this every week. But here, he's scrambling in the pocket, miscommunication. You see Mike Evans, he's starting to think he's scrambling. He turns back the other way. Baker thinks he's going one way, interception, game over.
And Lathan Ransom comes up with the game-winning play, and I had a chance to talk to the game-winning QB.
You know, we're sitting back in the screening room. We're like, is this game going to overtime? But you have turned into the comeback king a little bit. Take me through what is required to win close games like this. And you guys seem to have the secret sauce this season.
Just focus. You know, for us, you know, the bigger the moment, the smaller the focus. And for us, we have so much trust and faith in each other. You know, we know it's just playing the next down. You know, again, staying on brand. We all believe in each other. No one has to go and be a superhero. And I'm grateful for a unit like that. Everyone embraces the moment for what it is and is able to be consistent. So, again, it's great. We're going to celebrate, and then, you know, we got to turn the page.
What does it mean for this team, though? You guys have ridden some ups and downs to be sitting in Week 16 atop of the NFC South.
Yeah, you know, it's a blessing for sure. We definitely don't take it for granted. It's you know, it's something that, you know, you take pride in, but also we know that doesn't entitle us to anything. Again, there's all we can do is focus on going 1-0 next week. When that time comes, you know, we're going to come back in, watch the film, we're going to grow. And, you know, again, highs or lows, we can't get, you know, too uneven. We have to stay steady, have to continue to build and climb. So that's where our focus will be.
All right, the focus is on the remaining schedule, too. Listen, the Panthers will clinch with a win and a Tampa Bay loss, and the Bucs can clinch with 2 wins. All they have to do is win out, and obviously these two teams meet in Week 18. All right, we want to get you an update on the Steelers and the Lions. We have a missed field goal, Jason?
Yeah, Pittsburgh drives it down the field. They're going to go up 8, and Boswell, this guy never, ever misses. He pushes it right. The Lions have new life. They can go win this thing.
Yeah, a misspent 37-yard field goal and an opportunity for the Lions to stay in it. The Jaguars most certainly in it because of that guy, Trevor Lawrence. Another great performance against a great defense. We'll get you the highlights coming up next.
A scoring machine.
I'm in the top just when I want to. And it's a matter of time, and I'm gonna touchdown. Educated, give him a high five, cause I'm like running around with him. That's what I'm talking about.
First down.
We're having some fun right now.
This is Football Night in America.
Build another one. I go.
You've earned your Sunday.
To the house.
With Lowe's.
Stephon Diggs getting set for a little Sunday night showdown. You saw he came in with the chains and the chinchilla. He had to put the chinchilla up. We still got the chains, and he's looking to score some touchdowns against the Ravens here tonight. Meanwhile, tonight's Skycam coverage is delivered by Walmart Express Delivery. Get gifts delivered in as fast as 1 hour. Let's send it back down to the field with Jack, Tony, and Rodney.
Yeah, Maria, we are talking some Patriots defense. It's a top 5 group, despite giving up 28 points in that game against Buffalo last week. So if you are Mike Vrabel, Rod, what is your number one concern entering this game tonight?
Well, it's got to be the run game. I mean, you're missing your best linebacker and your best defensive lineman. And I just think that Derrick Henry is that guy, 250 pounds. I look at these DBs. They don't want to tackle him. And also Lamar, he has to be a big part of that, Coach. The quarterback design runs, the RPOs, that's going to play a big factor.
I talked to Mike Vrabel earlier, too, and he said that man, Derrick Henry, he coached him in Tennessee. He knows he's great, but he's even better when he gets going early. Their focus is going to be loading that line of scrimmage early to stop him, not let him get that momentum.
Yeah, the Patriots defensively, their corners have to be able to hold up on the outside because like you just talked about, Coach, they're going to walk that safety in and try to spy on Lamar. Those guys got to be able to hold up.
And they're missing Robert Spillane, their leading tackler, so they've got to make up for that deficiency. Look for that line of scrimmage to be packed early.
Tackle Derrick Henry. Tackle Derrick Henry.
This crowd right now is watching the game between the Steelers and the Lions, and they are rooting hard, as you might imagine, against those Pittsburgh Steelers. That's just life in the AFC North. Let's flip it over to the other side. Look at those Ravens. Slow start defensively. They really have turned this thing around. A winning game plan tonight looks like what, Rod?
I think these Ravens, this second secondary, they're confident. They feel like they can match up with the Patriots wide receivers. The Patriots wide receivers, they've struggled against man-to-man coverage and creating separation. So I think they go in the game with a lot of confidence, Coach.
And I don't think the Ravens front can stop New England running the ball in base defense. There's going to have to be blitzes. They're going to need blitzes to get pressure. That is going to expose that secondary. We'll see. Those matchups are going to be critical.
Absolutely. And the last point, you got to keep a spy on Drake Maye every single play because he can take off at any time.
That's another reason why I think they'll be blitzing, not to let him be able to move around and create. Can Drake Maye make the plays against the blitz tonight? I think
Do you believe? Okay, you do. Okay.
Yeah. And great news for that Ravens defense is Kyle Hamilton, who hurt that ankle in practice on Friday. He was questionable. He is active tonight.
Need him too.
And he can match up with Hunter Henry. They need him for that.
He sure can. Back in to Maria.
That's huge news for the Ravens defense. All right, let's get to the news between the Raiders and the Texans. The Texans riding a 6-game win streak. It looks like the players made it up to the stands. The fans look good. Okay, to the first quarter we go. Interception here by Geno Smith.
Yeah, this Houston defense is so good. This is Derek Stingley making the pick and running it back. This is his first career touchdown.
Yeah, took it back 31 yards. Yes, sir. Hold on to that ball. Santa's happy. Geno Smith, not so much. Third quarter, we're going to go. Raiders down 6, and Ashton Jeanty did have a day.
Yeah, credit the Raiders. They did not go away. Geno finding Jeanty down the sidelines. He ran it. He caught it. He found pay dirt there.
Yeah, he also rushed for 128 yards on 24 attempts. Yeah, we see you, Pete, running down the sidelines, but the Texans here up 2 looking for another score.
Yeah, it's all about responding. Houston comes right back. Stroud finding Dalton Schultz in the corner, kicking the pylon. That boy, Dalton.
2 minutes left, 3rd and 8. Gotta have it here, Jason.
This is the one, and find your go-to guy, Nico Collins. Love how he lays the ball early, anticipates, gets it up high in the air. Nico goes and gets it and gets the feet down.
Yeah, the play was reviewed. He was in bounds, and ultimately the Texans get their 7th straight win. All right, the Chargers taking on the Cowboys. Cowboys eliminated on Saturday with that Eagles win. Justin Herbert still playing with that injured, broken left hand, but doesn't look like it.
Yeah, dropping a dime to Johnson. I mean, Justin Herbert was like the Tasmanian devil out here, running through people, throwing the ball. He was everywhere today.
Quentin Johnson, remember he played at TCU? That's right around the corner from the Cowboys. So the Chargers scored on their first 3 drives here.
Right back to McConkey. Early in this game, it was a back and forth. Herbert, and now it was Dak's turn.
All right, Dak, let's keep the Cowboys in it and see what you got.
Yep, who is he going to find? George Pickens down the sideline. You got to keep 2 people over top of this guy. If you don't, that's what you're going to see a lot of.
9th touchdown this season for Pickens. Look at him hanging out with his friends, and that's more touchdowns than he had his last 2 seasons in Pittsburgh combined. All right, then Herbert here with another big throw to Johnston.
Yeah, right to Johnson. This helped set up a field goal, but this was the second half. The Chargers continued to score. Their defense was able to play 2 safeties high, stop the run, and take away Pickens and Lamb.
All right, this is the last chance. 4th down for the Cowboys, Devin.
Yep, Cowboys trying to give the little fullback dive. Doesn't work. Chargers all over it.
Yeah, and basically Justin Herbert all over this game, and Harbaugh gushing about his QB after.
Fantastic quarterback play. It's definitely MVP caliber. I mean, he's doing things game after game that are reserved for only the best, that are in the game and have ever played the game.
I hope everyone finds someone that loves them as much as Coach Harbaugh right now loves Justin Herbert. All right, let's get into it. Broncos taking on the Jaguars. The Jaguars right now riding high, but Trevor Lawrence and Liam Cohen are too.
Yes, they are. They have been playing great lately. Trevor Lawrence has been so confident, accurate with the football, and making a lot of big throws with his right arm.
Yeah, that one was to Parker Washington, but Denver did have an answer here.
Well, they're gritty. They're tough. They always answer back. Nice throw here by Bo Nix. Cortland Sutton, little one-on-one fade, touchdown, and this was a fun game going back and forth because Trevor Lawrence, you see again here, Brenton Strange, they're down 3, they come right back down, touchdown.
Yeah, let's go to the second half now. Broncos down 7, but R.J. Harvey has a play to make.
Yeah, 17-10. There was just a big penalty on the Jags defense, and then it's R.J. Harvey up the middle, who's starting to get real comfortable as a rookie running back for this football team.
Yeah, he's rushed for a touchdown in 4 straight games. I would say that's pretty comfortable.
I would say so.
Here's where the Jags take control, though, Chris.
Yeah, take control off the heels of a big big pass to Parker Washington, and this is where Trevor's been dangerous too. Quarterback design runs, scrambling, using his legs, and then they get a 3 and out. They get the ball right back, Maria, and it's Travis Etienne in the flat, one-on-one. Not many people going to tackle him in space.
Yeah, just playing like they did back at Clemson, just scoring touchdowns, no big deal. And then the Broncos had some mistakes late that will haunt them.
Yeah, 31-17. You're going, hey, the Broncos have been the cardiac kids all year, but a little read option. They fumbled the exchange there. Bo doesn't know whether he wants to take it or give it to the running back. Jacksonville gets the ball. It gets them a short field, and they get a field goal.
Yeah, and with the Broncos down 14, another mistake by Nix here.
Yeah, trying to push the envelope. They know they have to do that, but Jonathan Jones does a great job sitting on the route like he knew that was going to come. Big game for Jacksonville and Trevor Lawrence and Liam Cohen.
Yeah, all right. So the Jags snapping Denver's 11-game winning streak and clinch a playoff spot with a Colts loss tomorrow. Take a look at how tremendous Trevor was. And over the last month, the last 4 games, he has not had an interception, no turnovers. He's playing clean. And let's talk about what he did today. Chris and Jason, what impressed you most?
Well, I think the big thing with Trevor Lawrence that we're seeing, he's comfortable in Liam Cohen's offense, right? Decisive, quick decisions throwing the football. He's accurate. And then we're seeing a number of plays where you go, hey, the offense didn't work. But like we've talked about with Justin Herbert or Mahomes in the past, he wills the play to happen and makes it happen.
Cindy, this is an elite quarterback play all day long against a great defense. Watch him going left, delivered a strike right here. Now this time he's out in space. Okay, now I'm going to use my feet and go make a run. We saw him do so many different things throughout this ball game.
And then these type of passes here, right? This is what impresses us. Little layered throw over the linebacker, drops it in, and then again here in the pocket, driving the ball down the middle of the field to the great trade the Jacksonville Jaguars made in Jacoby Myers.
Throws on every different level against an elite pass rushing team and one of the best cover teams in the NFL. He looked comfortable. The relationship between Trevor and Liam Cohen, it's been fantastic. He's got a great look in his eye.
People are sleeping on the Jags, Maria.
We are not sleeping. We are wide awake, eyes wide open at the Jags. And I thought we were going to be talking about the Broncos defense after this game, but we got to give some love to what the Jaguars defense was able to do against the Broncos.
Yeah, Sim said it. Denver's been in these situations where they're down and they come back. This Jags defense continue to show up. Turnovers, but one of the biggest things, they kept Nix in the pocket. They made him throw the ball from the pocket, not scramble around, make plays with his legs, or get outside the pocket and throw deep. Credit to them sticking to a game plan and executing.
Yeah, during this 6-game win streak, they're winning by an average of 18 points. Credit to their offense and their defense. But Denver fans, listen, you still have a path to the 1 seed, but you did have a scary moment late in the game. Broncos receiver Pat Bryant was taken to the hospital after a hard hit. Now, Sean Payton just said that he has movement in his hands and his legs. We're going to keep an eye on the latest, and obviously our prayers are with you. All right, let's bring in Steve Kornacki. And Steve, with the Jags win over Denver, what's the latest in the AFC West?
Yeah, Maria, that Denver loss actually means that both of these teams, the Broncos and the Chargers, control the path to the AFC West title. The Broncos a game up on the Chargers, but remember, they play Week 18 in Denver. Tough final slate here for the Chargers, but if they win both of these games, if they beat the Broncos, that'd be a season sweep. They'd have the tiebreaker. They'd get the division. They'd get the home game. For the Broncos, meanwhile, still in front of them. If they can win these last 2 games, they'd still win the AFC West, and they would lock up the #1 overall seed in the AFC. But that picture for the #1 seed gets a lot more complicated with the Broncos' loss today. Take a look at the pecking order. That Broncos loss raises the stakes in a big way for tonight's game, because if the Patriots can beat the Ravens, the Pats would go to 12-3. They would be tied with Denver. Denver would have the tiebreaker. But remember, Denver, with that tough Week 18 game against the Chargers, if they ever lost that, the Pats, with a win tonight, would only have to win out. That would be the Jets and the Dolphins. And then New England would get the #1 seed. That's if New England can win tonight. If the Patriots lose tonight, then the door may be open for the team that just beat Denver today. If Jacksonville were then to win out and Denver were to lose a game, the #1 seed in the AFC would belong to the Jags.
Imagine Liam Cohen in his first season getting that 1 seed. All right, we need an alert in the Motor City. What's the latest?
Yeah, well, you're going to see Jared Goff here. They think they got a touchdown. You think, wow, the game's over. But it's offensive pass interference. A pick is called. So then that extends the game. And we're sitting here right now with no time. You'll see the pick play here, right? There's Amon-Ra St. Brown into the flat. Isaac Tesla gets the little pick play. And Amon-Ra St. Brown is wide open. As we sit here, though, the game is 0-0 with the penalty, and there's some problems. We're going to update you right after the break.
Welcome to the Hyundai Sunday Night Kickoff.
All right, we have a final score in the Motor City. Chris, you kind of walked us through this play already, but now the game is over.
But now it's officially over. It was craziness. The refs couldn't make a call. They call offensive pass interference on Amon-Ra St. Brown. As you can see, he laterals the ball when the play was really kind of over and dead to Jared Goff. The Lions wanted the play to be extended. They wanted a touchdown. And you hear it's pass interference, no time left on the clock.
By rule.
And by rule.
The penalty is not enforced.
Well, I was then, and by rule, it's over.
Yeah,
9:24.
it's a final. Listen, we're going to get you caught up on all the action in that game coming up. We've got our Sunday Night Football game with Drake Maye right now with the Patriots trying to get a win on the road against the Ravens. And earlier this week, Maye got to catch up with the former Patriot in Devin McCourty.
Prime Time, Broadway Joe, Mean Joe Green, your nickname.
Oh, man.
Drake, Maye. How you get stuck with that nickname?
I don't know. I think it's pretty clever.
So you like it?
Nobody really knows what it means. I mean, I'm for it.
Growing up, did you have any other nicknames?
They call me Drizzy a little bit. I'm Draco.
Get him up and running, number 10.
3 brothers, all into sports. I know you're first. Who's the second best athlete in the family?
I'll put my mom ahead of my brothers. He was a great basketball player. Second best brother? I'll give it to my oldest brother, Luke.
Okay.
Still playing professional basketball overseas, so I still got to give it to Luke.
Coach Vrabel, we love playing for you. Appreciate it. Glad you're our head coach, and we love you, Coach.
Head coach Mike Vrabel. What's your relationship like with him?
I think it's important to have a great relationship with your head coach. He's been awesome to me. He's not trying to teach me the quarterback position. He's trying to teach me the role I have as a quarterback. You know, talking to me about leadership and just keeping my head up and knowing that these guys are looking to me. And he always said he coaches his top players are the hardest. And I think that's something that I grew up with. My dad coached me and my brothers tried to coach us harder than the other kids. He's going to coach us hard and expect a lot from us, but also going to care about us off the field.
Loads up a long ball, lost it downfield. Drake Maye has played himself into one hell of a play. What a pretty throw.
I talked to Josh McDaniels. He said, you've been so good at taking stuff and just implementing it into the game.
It's trust with him. He's so good at the little details that show up in the game. He always says, buy and don't rent. And this organization, that's everything you do.
When I got here, they used to always bring out the film from like the early 2000s. And so I'm sure Josh is doing the same thing.
Oh yeah, same deal. It's like grainy tape, and he always has a play for something, so it's pretty cool.
What's a lesson learned from last week's game moving forward?
I just think when you get a lead, don't let up. Just don't lay off the gas. That's a kind of wake-up call for us. You can't let up against good teams. We got to keep going.
Talking Ball, presented by the Farmer's Dog.
What I loved about Drake Maye, he talked about Josh McDaniels, but they had to build that trust. He said the first time he's in practice and Josh comes in here, the nickel's coming. He's like, is he? Are you sure he's coming? And he said time after time, Josh continued to be right. He said now he trusts anything he tells me, I know what's going to happen because he studied even more than me most times.
I think he's the biggest reason we're seeing Drake Maye play at this level is Josh McDaniels. I played for him in the Denver Broncos, worked with him up in the Patriots when you got drafted. He is an offensive genius. I learned more football from him than anyone I played for. He's made the mechanics better for Drake Maye. And then the Drake Maye running ability, to be able to call the Josh Allen design runs in the scramble, that's taken his game to another level.
But to me, it shows up in the decision making. The best quarterbacks make the big plays when they're available, but they make a lot of little plays in the game. And most importantly, they avoid the bad plays.
Right.
So his decision making to me as a second-year player, he's playing like a 10-year vet. He's so comfortable in the system, and I do think the trust with Josh is a huge part of it.
Yeah, and everything that you guys just mentioned leads to him being an MVP candidate, him leading the league in completion percentage, being second in passer rating. It's very impressive, the leap that he's made this season. I can tell you what, though, Drake Maye and no other quarterback wants to see this young man come. Myles Garrett, okay, 1.5 sacks away from setting the NFL single-season sacks record, and he had an opportunity to do it against the Buffalo Bills. So let us start here. Yeah, Garrett warming up. Like I said, you don't want to see it coming, and right now the Bills are on a 3-game winning streak. Let's start with Allen being just happy to hand it off.
Well, Jason Garrett said this at the start of the show. This is 3 weeks in a row where it doesn't seem like it's all on Josh Allen. James Cook, this offensive line, they're elite. And then you see the tight ends show up here and there. But James Cook, look at some of these cuts. We were laughing in the green room, right? He makes cuts and he does not lose speed. It's very rare to do that in the running back position.
Now leading the NFL in rushing. He passed Jonathan Taylor, but remember the Colts play tomorrow. All right, next drive, Shedeur Sanders here.
Yeah, the Browns had a good game plan. They were moving the ball, runs, screens. This ball here, Shedeur throws it a little too hard, throws it behind, ball popped in the air, interception.
Also, Quinn Quinshon Judkins, he did leave this game in the second quarter, dislocated ankle, and then look, Cook with another run.
This guy, and I don't know, is it every week we see him down at the goal line reaching in with some amazing 2 or 3 yard touchdown?
Yes.
Best running back in the game right now.
100% we do, but the Browns are not out of it right now. They're down 13, but looking for a score.
Keep fighting. They give the little fullback dive to Harold Fannin, their tight end. He squeaks it in, 23-17, and the defense has been playing really good in the second half, and you're going, uh-oh, Buffalo might be in trouble.
Oh, did you say defense on 4th down? Let's see.
4th and 4, Josh Allen over the middle. He's trying to stop the receiver. He sees the defender in front, off target. Cleveland gets the ball. They're down by 3 here, 4th and 2, and this is something Shedeur Sanders has got to get a little bit better. Holding the ball, going backwards in the pocket, things that the young man needs to clean up, but he did some good things. Buffalo gets the big win.
Yeah, so he ends up getting sacked, Rousseau 2.5 sacks today. Meanwhile, Myles Garrett chasing history. I just want to show you the play, Devin, where he gets his half a sack in this game.
We got to give credit to Deion Dawkins. Did a good job on him. Right here, he gets a half a sack because Josh Allen runs backwards and falls, and he's the closest guy there, so he gets a half a sack. But the snowman showed up, and he was nervous about blocking Myles Garrett today.
You're right. You talked to him last week. He said that, but now he's 1 sack away from setting the NFL record. But it's time now for a PFT update brought to you by Capital One. Mike, on that play, Josh Allen actually injured his foot. What's the latest?
Well, Josh Allen said after the game that he tweaked his foot and that it flamed up on him a little bit, but the pain subsided. He was able to finish the game. He said he's not concerned about it affecting him next week, but it's something to monitor as the week unfolds. They host the Eagles next Sunday. You mentioned also, Maria, the Quinshon Judkins injury, dislocated ankle and fractured fibula. I'm told that it's a 4 to 5 month recovery. At least that's the current expectation, which means he would be ready to go week 1 next season.
All right. Thanks, Florio, for the update. Let's get back to tonight's game. Time for Barry's Bet, brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Matthew, who you got?
And Maria, for my Barry's Bet, I'm taking Drake Maye over 242.5 passing yards. Listen, over the past month, the Ravens are bottom 10 in the NFL in pass defense. Their secondary is banged up, and Drake Maye has gone over this number in 6 of his past 7 games. So Drake Maye over on the passing yards, that is my Barry's Bet for tonight.
DraftKings Sportsbook is the place to bet touchdowns, and new customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the app and use promo code SNF when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours.
All right, we got 7 weeks, count them, 49 days until Super Bowl Sunday from Levi Stadium in San Francisco. 18 teams still remain in contention for this season's Lombardi Trophy, which means it's time for Sunday Funday, brought to you by Taco Bell, which we had a crazy game with Detroit between the Steelers and the Lions. They want to make it to San Francisco. Let's get into it. Aaron Rodgers, we've got Jared Goff, we've got the Motor City, and let's start with Rodgers getting it to Kenneth Gainwell.
Yeah, Kenneth Gainwell, a running back, but look at this catch, falling on the ground, catches it on the ground, nobody touches him, touchdown, and Pittsburgh's offense was off and running here early.
Yeah, and how about this, with the Steelers being up 5, Kenneth Gainwell making that huge play, and then they're going to just add on to it with Jaylen Warren.
Yeah, and the fourth quarter is really when Pittsburgh's run game started to take over. Jaylen Warren finds a little hole, and then he's gone. But the Pittsburgh run game really became a problem for Detroit.
Big day for Jaylen Warren. That one was a 45-yard touchdown scamper. The next drive, Goff getting it going.
Yeah, down 2 scores. They needed this one on 4th and 2. They were on a drag route. Khalif Raymond running away from the defense. Goff put it on him.
Okay, Lions are trailing right now, 22-17. The Steelers are like, we're going to come right back with an answer. Not so fast, my friend.
They were aggressive. They knew they had to keep the foot on the gas pedal, and this run game, Jaylen Warren, look at the push on the offensive line. Nobody touched him. I think I could have got 15 yards there. Either way, Jaylen Warren, touchdown.
I don't think you could have, but that's okay. Neither here nor there. The Lions do answer here.
Yeah, Goff throwing the ball down the field, getting it. Gibbs gets in position, little pick play outside, touchdown.
All right, now the Steelers looking to go up 8. Chris Boswell lining up from 37 yards.
Yeah, the most shocking play of the day for me. Boswell is money. He pushes it right.
All right, so Jared Goff's like, that's right. We'll take that. Less than 2 minutes to go, 4th down for Goff.
4th down and 2, over the middle, Jamison Williams. Boom, it's a bang-bang play. They're begging for PI. I don't like it. Yeah, super slow motion. He got there a millisecond early. This is part of football. Man, it's hard playing defense. defense.
Yeah, pass interference on Kyle Duggar there. All right, later in the drive here, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Quick throw, but it puts him in position to now score a touchdown and try to win this game. St. Brown making people miss.
All right, then Goff going to look for St. Brown again.
Yeah, they get down in there close. He throws it to St. Brown. Jalen Ramsey should get an Oscar for this performance on the push-off. They call offensive pass interference. Look at him. Look at Jalen. A little push at the top. OPI, it's a good call.
Yeah, and with that pass interference call, that ends the game. The Steelers get the win. Listen, the Lions, they need to win their final 2 games, and they have to have the Packers lose their final 2 games to make it into the playoffs. And for the first time since 2022, the Lions lose back-to-back games. Talk to me about what happened to Detroit in this game.
Injuries. Defensively, they're out there. Their whole secondary has really been hurt. So now I think instead of playing a lot of man, they try to switch it up and they go zone. It's hard this point in the season to switch and try to do new things. And I think they suffered a little bit against Aaron Rodgers.
And that's not who they are. They're an aggressive team. They like to get in your face. And we saw that Pittsburgh had a really good day offensively against that depleted defense. They just haven't been the same team like they've been. They're not out of it yet. Okay, they win the last couple games and some things happen. They still can get in, but bad day for the Lions.
Yeah, now Pittsburgh with a 1.5 lead over the Ravens. All right, time now for the All-State Good Hands moments. Chris Sims, what do you got?
Yeah, well, it was one of the best days of the year so far for this Pittsburgh Steelers offense. Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if I'm totally bought in yet because, yes, this Lions defense is not very good right now, but in the air, it was running back Kenneth Gainwell all day. 6 catches, 78 yards, 1 touchdown. And then in the run game, it was Jaylen Warren. He goes for 143 yards on only 14 carries. So that just tells you he was ripping off big play after big play every time he touched it. Nobody touches him on these 2 long touchdown runs. Way to go, Steelers running backs. Way to go, Aaron Rodgers. Big win for them on the road.
Meanwhile, there was an incident involving DK Metcalf with a fan, Mike Florio.
Yeah, in the first half, Maria, DK Metcalf over at the stands, and you can see him pulling down on a fan's T-shirt before punching up. From the league's perspective, I'm told the precedent for an incident like this points to a fine, but they will take a look at this Monday and make a decision as to whether DK Metcalf will be fined or possibly be suspended.
All right, thanks for the update. We'll keep an eye out on that storyline. Developing now, though, we have our Sunday night football game getting set. Lamar Jackson, the jersey is on. He's getting ready for the cold weather outside, looking for an opportunity to get a win and continue to control their fate in the AFC North. But he had to talk to Tony Dungy before. It's Go on the Field presented by Hyundai.
Lamar, you had to miss some practice early in the week. How are you feeling tonight?
Well, I feel great. I'm ready to go.
All right.
Yes.
Well, late December, you've been almost unbeatable. What is it about this time that makes you so special and raises your game?
Man, I can't call it. I just love football, and it's great to be playing late on in the season. Just got to lock in tonight, though. You know, these guys are good. It's a good team.
What do you think the key is for you as a quarterback tonight?
Just execute, put points on the board as much as possible. Because that offense over there was our motor. So we just got to lock in and execute and score a lot of touchdowns.
All right. Well, have a great one tonight. Looking forward to it.
I appreciate you, Coach.
Sir.
All right, appreciate the time. It's time for tonight's picks brought to you by Google Pixel. America's pick, 68% of you going with the Patriots. All right, Jason, we're rolling with the Ravens. Tell me why.
I think the biggest thing for me is King Henry. Depleted a little bit on the defensive line, New England is. So if they run the ball with the big guy downhill, and Lamar Jackson is incredible this time of year. So that combination, I think, is going to pay off for the Ravens.
Yeah, I think for New England, their offense has to step up big. He's talked about the D-line having injuries. Middle linebacker Robert Spillane is out. We need the Patriots to score and score a lot of points.
Who is we?
He's been using it all day long.
As soon as the Patriots win, now that they're a good team, you guys want to blame me. I just picked the Patriots, so it's a little we in there.
You've been nervous all day long, though, admit it.
Yeah.
My heart is beating a little fast.
All right, the Patriots are 1 win away from clinching their playoff berth. Meanwhile, the Ravens sitting at 6-2. Remember, they started the season 1-5, looking for an opportunity to play in the playoffs as well. All right, we're getting you set for Sunday Night Football from Baltimore. You're going to see Mike, Chris, and Melissa on the other side, and we will get a break and see you at halftime. Enjoy the game.
This has been the Hyundai Sunday Night Kickoff. Spanish English language audio provided by Telemundo Deportes. Or watch tonight's game in Spanish on Universo.